turn on my mic so Weepa can hear me. Yeah, and we're just going to get started in child's pose and see what happens. So I'll be calling things in a few different ways. So if you're trying something on and you're like, that doesn't really work for me and you want to try it the other way that I'm calling it, that's totally fine. We'll get started in child's pose. Just give yourself the opportunity to let yourself arrive and settle down into the floor. Regardless of what you had going on in the beginning of the week, what you've got going on for the rest of the week, for the next 60 minutes, just you on your mat, doing your thing, moving your body through space. Take a deep breath in together. Fill yourself all the way up. Exhale it out. Another breath like that. Fill up all the way. Expand your chest, your whole upper back, and empty it out. Good. One more like that. Fill up all the way. Big exhale out. Start to build your Ujjayi breath. A long inhale with a pause at the top. Long exhale with a pause at the bottom. Really purposeful so that you've got your attention and your focus right here in the room right from the start. Downward facing dog. Keep building the breath. You can move your body around any way that you feel you need to, or stretch out your legs, shake out your head. Just get situated and on your mat. Walk your feet up to your hands and hang in ragdoll. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up and press the soles of your feet straight down into the floor. Probably the first time you've really paid attention to your feet all day, so spread out the four corners and connect them to the mat. Rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips and bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Pick one specific thing that you want to focus on. We'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull with your weights if you have them. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Big exhale out. Good. Breathe in, fill up. Empty it out. Last one, fill. Push all the air back out. Look forward and move, feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain rise all the way up. Reach up, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right, knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Big exhale. Breathe in, fill up. Empty it out. Last one, fill all the way. Empty all the way. Move forward. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise up to standing, extended mountain. Look up, forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right, knee tap on the left. Low push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Big exhale. 2 more, fill. Push the air out. Good, last one. Purposeful exhale, get empty, step or jump, feet to hands, halfway lift, tricep pull, fold down, extended mountain, rise up, reach, forward fold. Halfway lift with your weights. High push up. Knee tap, low push up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breath in together. Big exhale. Good. 2 more. In, out. Last one. Get empty, empty, empty. Spring forward, head of your mat. Halfway lift, tricep pull, fold down. One more, Sunny. Rise up to standing. Look up. fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull, high push-up. Knee tap, low push-up. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Breath in together. Press your thumbs down on your exhale. Yes, breathe in. Breath out. Last one, Phil. Get all the way empty. Step or jump. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Get way down into your chair. Yes, all of your weight back in your hips, back in your heels, so your toes can lift up and get light. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist right. Open your arms on your inhale. Stay for the whole breath out. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left on your exhale. Open on the breath in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right side warrior one. Step your foot between your hands. Go all the way up. Chaturanga. Hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Step through one breath to lift up. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Upward. Downward facing. Breathe in together. Big exhale. Yeah, let the heat start to build. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Empty to the pit of your belly. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. One breath this time. Reach. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay for the breath out. Good. Chair pose. Reach. Twist left. Breathe in, open. Stay for the twist. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step through a nice deep lunge in that front leg. Chaturanga. Big breath up dog. Downward facing. Left side warrior one. Step. Inhale as you lift. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Clear it out. Yeah, sigh if you need that. Breathe in and clear it. One more. Get empty. Step or jump. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Breathe in. Twist right on your exhale. Open. Breathe in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Twist left. Open. Breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Get all the air out. Back up to chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low push up. Upward facing. Down dog. Right side warrior one. You guys are generating lots of breath. Reach all the way up. Chaturanga on your exhale. Keep the breath powerful. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. You got it. Breathe in. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Push the air out. Yes. Two more. In and out. Last one, Phil. Exhale everything. Jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose, sit deep. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Good. Chair pose, lengthen. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing. Downward facing. Warrior one, right side. Long, slow inhale all the way up to your fingers. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Warrior one, you got it. Stay with it. Hands all the way up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Clear it out. Get it out. Breath in. Breath out. Last one, Phil. Clear it with a sigh. Step or jump. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Last some beat. Chair pose. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and twist. Chair pose. Twist left. Open, inhale. Stay and breathe out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee on the right. Knee on the left. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Deep, deep. Knee right on top of your ankle. You got it. Chaturanga. Hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Last one on this side. All the way up. Reach. Chaturanga. Big breath. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Woo! Yeah, it's like it's percolating in here already. I like it. The heat, the breath, all of that good stuff. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Keep going with the breath. Steady and rhythmic. Even though your heart rate went up a little bit, now you choose to bring it back down. Flip your dog. Go all the way over. Yeah, and then if wheel is there for you, take it. If more space is available in your chest, open it up and invite the space in. You create as much space as possible in the front side of your body. Flip back over, side plank. Send your left hand up to the sky. You can have a weight in your hand or an open palm. Nice. Everyone flex your ankles, both ankles. Good. Float that top leg up to the sky, whether your bottom knee is on the ground or not. Yep, top leg up to the sky. You're going to lift and lower your top leg down to the floor for 5, 4, slow and controlled, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay or flip. Land. Whatever you've got touching the floor, press it down on purpose and make a connection. The fingertips, each one of your toes, straight down into the mat. Flip back over, side plank. Kevin, you are so close, so close. Flex both of your ankles. Start there. Float your top leg up to the sky. Lift and lower the top leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, nice Josh, 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Sigh it out. Yeah, more noise than that though. Breathe in. Yes, one more. Empty. Right side crescent lunge. Step through. Up on the ball of your back foot. Yes, weights can be in your hands. You could have a block between your palms here. Press your back thigh up to the ceiling. We'll do knee dips with the back knee. So we can hover or touch all the way to the floor. Go down for 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Press up tall. Press your feet into the floor. Hands to heart. Twist right. Open your arms. Steady rhythmic breath. So a little bit of a slower pace now. The heat's built up. Your breath is built up. Use those things. Use them like tools. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Twist, twist, twist. Warrior 2. Face the other way. Oh, yeah. Some of you have got that spring action. When you get all the way empty on that exhale and then unwind, it just pulls you into the warrior 2. Extended side angle. Elbow to your thigh, your fingertips by your front arch. Steady breath. Half bind, top arm around your back. Some of you are already there. Stay or take the full bind. Yes, Rachel. Come a little lower in your front leg. Maybe you walk your back foot to the front edge of your mat for bird of paradise if you've got that full bind. Philomena, I know you're super flexible. You just come right forward into bird of paradise. You're here for one more breath. Chaturanga, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Big breath out. Left side, crescent lunge, step through. Get settled. Start with feet. Start with your toes. Very powerful back leg where your leg muscles squeeze into the bone, right into the center of your leg. Knee dips with the back leg. 5, 4, 3, eyes on one spot. 2, 1. Stretch up tall, feet connected. Hands to heart, twist left. Take the time to anchor your front big toe mound straight into the mat, then open your arms. Lots of space. Big open space. One more inhale. Stay for the whole exhale. Get all the air out. Warrior 2, unwind. Like a spring unloading. Get right down into your warrior 2 legs. Extended side angle. Half bind. Keep the breath flowing. Full bind. So what I'm talking about, the bird of paradise, if you're looking up here and you're like, I'm not sure how to get there, you're just walking your back foot in, press down into your right foot and rise up. You had your right, you got it. Press into the right foot, rise up. One more breath here. High to low push-up you go. Yes. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. Let it go. 2 more. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Fill. Empty. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and breathe. Get weight on into it. Start to build the heat with your breath. Let that heat travel up your legs, up your torso, all the way out through your fingertips. Go from chair pose to iron footstool. Rise on the ball mounds of your feet and reach your arms straight forward. Yes, thighs parallel with the floor. Drop your heels, hands to heart, twist right. Stay in it. Stay in the heat that's happening in your legs. Open your arms. Spread your fingertips apart. Be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair pose. Forward fold. First 2 fingers around your big toes. You decide how much you want to bend your knees or how wide your legs go. Pick a space where you get a stretch, but also an opportunity to catch up with your breath. You're in full control. Every time you're on your mat, you get to choose. Does the heart rate go up? Do I bring it back down? Is the breath quicker? Can I slow it back down? Crow pose from the head of your mat. Spread out your fingers super wide and then press them down on purpose. Before you even got your knees on the backs of your triceps, press your fingertips into the mat. Yes, Jenna, like that. It's like you're clawing down into the surface of the mat. Yes, Roy, like that. One more breath here. Step or jump back. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Big breath out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Sit deep. Way down in this Utkatasana, this big thunderbolt pose. Toes light and lifted to start. Shift forward, iron footstool, right on the balls of your feet. See how high you can lift your heels up toward your tailbone. Yes, Ashley. Drop your heels, hands to heart, twist left. Open your arms nice and wide. Be in the heat. Let it burn off all of that extra stuff that's not serving you. Get it out of the way. 3, 2, 1. Chair, fold. Gorilla, step on your palms. Yeah, toes all the way up to your wrists, and you bend your knees as much as you want to make that happen. Might feel good to bend and straighten your legs a little bit. Bring more warmth into your hamstrings. Release the hands, crow number 2. Right up from the head of your mat. Today's the day. If you never jump back to chaturanga, it's going to happen today, even if it looks like crazy, a little bit of a belly flop on your mat. That's totally fine. Gaze right in front of your fingertips. So you're going forward instead of straight down. Ready? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, shoot your legs back. Yes. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Big breath out. Breath in. Exhale. On purpose. One more. Clear it out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift with your weights. Fold down. Rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Eagle pose right side. Right arm under. Right leg over. Work and heat and get things moving and sweating and all of that. And now set your eyes on one side. Keep your arms bound. Take airplane with your legs. Press your foot straight back. Yeah, arms stay bound, long lifted leg. Press your foot as if I've got my palm on the sole of your foot. You want to resist? Full airplane. Reach your arms straight back. Nice. Pick up the pit of your belly. Pull it in and up to help keep the balance. Slow and controlled. Half moon. Open up. Left hand down. Right arm straight up. Yep. Blocks, water bottles. You use the tool you need. Pull the pit of your belly in and up to lighten the load on the hand that's touching the ground. Make it light. One more breath. Both feet to the mat. Eagle pose, left side. Left arm under, left leg over. When the pose starts to feel super challenging or like you're up in your head and there's too many things, get right back down into your body. Just this one pose. Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs. Now it's this one pose. It's all you're doing. Full airplane. All you're doing. Lift your chest like upward facing dog. Yeah, there it is. Slow and controlled, half moon. Nice. And the more you integrate through the center of your body, the more you pull your ribs together, pull the pit of your belly in and up, the easier it is to transition and take your time. One more inhale. Both feet to the mat. Eagle pose, right side, second set. Eyes on one spot. Breath. Powerful on purpose breath. A little bit of a different quality to it now. Warrior 3, reach your arms straight forward. Press your foot back. Stretch out, fingertips to foot as long as you can go. Standing splits, bring your hands to the floor or your ankle. You've got the option to take a few handstand hops here, but they're controlled. You look in front of your fingertips. Yeah, top leg stays straight. One more hop, one more breath in your split. Both feet to the mat. Rise up to standing. Left side eagle, left arm under, left leg over. Some of you look like you're having a little bit of a like come to Jesus moment right now. There's like a, whew, okay, here we go. Warrior 3, reach your arms straight forward, press your foot straight back. Breath. Pit of the belly in and up. Standing splits. Standing splits or the handstand hops. And if you're taking the splits, you can play with having one hand or both on your calf because the floor's there if you need to make the adjustment and grab the floor again. One more jump, one more breath, both feet to the mat. I know. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. So you've got your strap for dancers. Standing bow, make sure the soft crease of your elbow faces out. Even if you're grabbing the outside of your ankle, soft crease of your elbow out. Take your pose. Take time to grow and expand and stretch out in this pose as much as you need to. Then start to play with the boundaries of it. Press your shin further back, your chest further forward. Full expression. Switch sides. Switch the strap or switch your hand. Eyes on one point and you go. Add more breath. Steady and rhythmic. If you need to exhale through your mouth like the emergency hatch, let that happen. And then back to your Ujjayi breath. Right side, second set. If you want to switch to the other pose, you're more than welcome to do that. Now, eyes on one spot. Stay right here and breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch. One of my favorite things, quote unquote, is when someone starts counting in this pose. I'm like, yeah, hurry up. I don't want to be here that long. Get into the pose. Stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet to the mat. Tree pose right side. Any tree pose variation you want to take. We've done a lot in here so far. A lot of you have been coming to Ignite for a while now, and if you want to switch it up and pick a different tree pose, that's great. If you see someone doing another version of tree and you're like, I want to try that on, do that. Eyes on one spot. Steady breath. I like to keep the counting in the poses that seem to be more challenging for most people because it really gives you the opportunity to see what your potential is in that pose. Rather than assuming you're not flexible enough, strong enough, that you just don't have what it takes to hold that pose, you stay and see what happens. See what you find. Switch sides. Tree pose on the left. Because that's what Ignite's all about. It's not about like more heat, more fire, more sweat. Like that happens as a byproduct, but ignite the potential in your practice. The possibility that there's more available in your practice that you've not yet come across. Steady breath. One more inhale. Both feet to the floor. Come up to the head of your mat if you're not there already. Extended mountain. Reach up to the ceiling. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Breathe it out. 2 more. In. Breath out. Last one. Clear it. Right side triangle. Step your right foot between your hands. Steady breath. Steady and on purpose. That's what you're up to. Yeah, we've got some nice wide stances. I like it. Press both of your feet straight down into the floor. Ground down. Through your mat and into the earth. You've got 2 choices with your top hand, either behind your head or behind your back. Some of you will put your hand behind your head and go, whoa, that's too much information, and put it behind your back. I encourage you to keep your hand behind your head to open your shoulder. I know. Let that space start to open up for you. Press into your feet. Rise all the way up. Side facing wide leg fold. Let's do ninja lunges on this side. So bend your right knee and sink into your right hip. Then over to the left and into the left hip. You choose the pace that you go side to side, and then you can have hands on the mat or hands up by your heart. Yeah, customize it. So there's a listening, a fine-tuned listening that happens to your body, and you're really paying attention moment by moment to what's going on. Got another breath or two. Get complete with where you're working. And press into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold. Little baby warrior 1 stance with your feet, or splits. So the Namaste fold, make sure your feet are at least hip width distance apart, if not a little bit wider. Yeah, that'll give you the room you need to square your hips. Hinge forward. Yeah, lots of people working on split. I like that. So the main piece to pay attention to, center of your body. Lift the front of your pelvis up to your belly button. Squeeze your inner thighs together like you're trying to close a pair of scissors. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Wring yourself out. From the pit of your belly, the top of your pelvis, all the way up to the back of your neck. Wring out. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Twist. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath in, one breath out. Left side triangle, step through. Keep the breath powerful. You're building that momentum into the back bends. We'll be there soon. You're working on the foundation at this point in time. Stretch out, fingertips, feet away from the center of your body. Top arm either behind your head or behind your back. If you've got your elbow pointed straight up to the ceiling, peel your top shoulder open. See if you can get your elbow out of your peripheral vision. Oof. Press into your feet, rise all the way up. Side facing wide leg fold, this time with a bind. Interlace your fingers at your low back or take a strap or towel between your hands. Hinge down. Softness to both of your knees. Tilt your tailbone up toward the ceiling. Yes, Elena, soften your knees more than that, then tailbone up a little higher. Yeah. Release your hands down, rise all the way up. Namaste front facing or splits on the other side. Feet hip width distance for both poses so you can square those hips. Hinge forward. You got it. Stay in the breath. That fine-tuned listening. Do you need to square your hips more? Does one foot have more weight than the other? Fine-tuning the pose moment by moment. Soften your toes. Yeah. Twisting triangle or twisting splits. Super long spine. The longer the spine, the more access you have to the twist. Space between each vertebrae to help create the twist. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Big breath in. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Clear it out. Roll out to a high plank. You'll do mountain climbers before you make your way to the ground. So knees into your nose or out to the side like you're doing knee to elbow. Go for 10, 9, your own pace, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way to the floor. Set up for locust pose or Superman. Locust, hands are back by your hips. Superman, reach your arms out in front. Pick your pose, rise up. Both poses, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Yes, then shoulder head straight up. Yeah, there you go. Big inhale, stretch out, lower down. Hip side to side. Number 2, stick with locust, stick with Superman or switch. Rise up and away from the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Yeah, so the pose is long and narrow as possible. One more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Floor bow, you're getting there. Grab a hold of your ankles. We're taking 2, so if you want to take 1 foot at a time, always an option. Grab your ankles, rise up. Press your shins straight back behind you. Your knees straight back behind you. Big breath. Lower down. Rock it out. Make space in your low back. Floor bow number 2. If you want to switch your hands to the insides of your ankles because you're grabbing both, that's an option. You want the soft crease of your elbows facing out so your shoulders can get onto the back side of your body. Flex your ankles. Press your feet straight up. Go straight up to the ceiling. Big breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Upward facing dog. Rise up off your mat. Downward facing dog. Breath sounds amazing. Look between your hands without overthinking it. Just jump through to sit. Jump right through. Yep. Come down onto your back for bridge pose. I know. You guys have a lot of good juju going on in here tonight. Rise up. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. All the way up to your shoulders. And then interlace your fingers at your low back so you can start to tuck your shoulder heads underneath you. Your whole chest straight up to the ceiling. Big inhale. Lower down. Bridge number 2, press down, rise up. Squeeze into center line. Plug your big toe mound straight into the floor. Bring your right knee into your chest. Press your right foot up to the sky. Pulse your hips up to the ceiling. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Nice, sweep up. Pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Knees side to side. Good stuff, good stuff. I know you guys are like doing 100% because the is happening after the poses. Wheel pose number 1. Wheel pose number 1. Without overthinking, just do the thing. Rise right on up. Yes, set your eyes right on one point. Press your heels into the mat. Tuck your chin, come on down. Breathe in together. Full breath out. Number 2, press, lift, go. Fully expressed all the way, the whole front side of your body. Nice, Harrison. Tuck your chin, come on down. Breathe in. Breath out. Press, lift, go. Right up and away. No time for the mind to come in and make it overcomplicated. Tuck your chin, come on down. Breathe in. Breath out. Up you go. Wheel pose, bridge pose. You just keep choosing to do the pose again, to come up again and see what's available. Come on down. Breath in. Breath out. Wheel pose. Rise on up. You've got 2 more. Press, lift, go. Heart wide open. Come on down. Breathe in. Breath out. 1 more. 1 more bridge. 1 more wheel. Press, lift, move. Up and away from the mat. Stay for 5, 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet together. Let your eyes land on a spot up at the ceiling. If you've got a mouth noise or a sigh that needs to happen, let that happen. Push that up and out of your system. Happy baby or dead bug. Soles of the feet up to the sky. You can grab your feet or the backs of your thighs, whichever feels like you've got a better access to your whole back on the floor. Choose that one. Legs straight up in the air. Hands behind your head or under your glutes. Setting up for scissor legs. Lower your right leg halfway to the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, switch. Breath in. Exhale, switch. Keep going with your breath. Really on purpose with the breath, so everyone in the room, we've been practicing at home, can hear the in, and then you push the air out. In, and you push the air out. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight up. Hands can stay behind your head or move to underneath your glutes. Lower both legs 30 degrees. Lower 60. Lower to hover. Flutter kick your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up. Belly down to the floor. Reset. You got it. Set number 2. Lower 30. Lower 60. Lower to hover, scissor legs, 1 foot over the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up. I know you've got 1 more set. All day. You got it all day. Lower 30. Lower 60. Lower to hover. Pendulum swing the legs side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs up. Knees into your chest. That pendulum one is my least favorite, but I got that from Philomena, and she's practicing, so we need to share that with everyone here. Rock forward and back. Make your way up to boat pose. Boat pose with either a block or weights right at heart center. A block or your weights right at heart center. Lift up and out through your chest. We're going to row the boat side to side. If you need to touch your feet to the ground to stabilize, totally fine. Do that. Go side to side. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Relax your jaw. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. So you want your thigh parallel with the outside edge of your mat. And then I feel like a lot of you have had your shin in the same spot for a very long time now. You can play around with bringing your shin closer towards the front edge of your mat. And it's not to say the way that you're doing it right now is wrong or bad. It's not that. But I want you to notice if you're landing in the same pose the same way every time. If you've been doing the work, are your hips more open? Check that out. Steady breath. Your breath has been fantastic all practice. Keep it going all the way to the end. That's the thing, the breath, that's what generates the community, the connection. So it doesn't matter if you've been to Ignite every single time since we started offering it, or it's your first time in Ignite, that same connection's possible. That community is always possible. Steady and rhythmic. No matter how many times your brain goes somewhere else, you just bring it right back here. Choose the breath. You've got a few more breaths. You can stay here in half pigeon or take king pigeon. Bend your back knee and grab a hold of your ankle or your foot. Big juicy stretch in your quad. Gently release, downward facing dog, shake it out. Left side half pigeon, left knee to left wrist. Then you check in, is there an adjustment I can make? Put your forehead right where it needs to be. It's really common to start to have a more advanced practice, or at least a very regular practice, and you just kind of show up the same way each time. Choose to be curious about it. What can you shift? What is now available? What's possible here? Steady breath. Stay working pigeon. Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but this time of year I really like to do the king pigeon because I'm like, oh, okay, a little bit of relief. Things get so tight when they're cold. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Let's do seated wide leg fold instead of frog pose tonight. Take a seat on your mat. You are welcome to sit on a block if that gets you a better access to the fold. The legs nice and wide, toes up to the ceiling. Yeah, you can put blocks under your knees. That's a good option too. And slowly start to walk your way down. I said this before and I'll say this again about this pose. It is my arch nemesis. I have zero patience for, oh, just wait a little bit and see what happens with this pose. I just want to be on the floor and it's just not there. Come right up against the edge of the pose. Breath or two. Maybe there's a little more space. Another couple of breaths. Maybe you soften the backs of your knees a bit more. For many, the hard poses are not the deep lunges and the really quick breath and the ab exercises. It's the poses where you get in the shape and then you just have to wait and see what happens. The shape of the pose takes over and you get to wait and see what happens. Keep your steady breath going. Maybe you've got a little more room. You can get your sit bones further back behind you. To come out of the pose, rise up, hands underneath your knees, help lift your knees and bring them back to center. Yes. Seated single leg extension, right side. So right leg out, left heel in. And then you've got two choices. You can fold directly over your leg or take a side bend and reach your top arm over your ear. Now, worry less about the top hand getting down to your foot, more about your chest going up toward the ceiling. Rotate your chest up toward the ceiling. Oh, I know, Steph. I know. If you've got a particular tight spot or something that's holding tension in the side of your body, the back of your leg, breathe deep into that spot in particular. If you've got your attention on that spot and your breath is short, it can't quite, just keep doing the work right there. Switch sides, left leg out, right heel in. Every time you get on your mat, you get this opportunity to explore and create space and start to expand things out to the edges again. So if something feels tight, great, work with that. If it feels stuck, work with that. Seated forward fold, both legs straight out in front. Hinge right at your hips and fold forward. Toes up to the ceiling, at least a little bit of a bend in both of your knees. A little or a lot, you choose. You might be able to walk your sit bones a little further behind you now that you're folded. Yeah. Toes straight up to the ceiling. Draw the pinky toe edges of your feet back towards your face. Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind your hips. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Rise up. Flat feet on the floor for tabletop. Long legs and squeeze into center for your plank. Planks, point your toes down towards the floor. Yeah, they may not touch. There's just a stretch across the top of your feet. Big breath in. Lower your hips. Fish pose with a block between your shoulders or your hands tucked underneath your hips. So you want the top of your head to touch the floor regardless. So if you're in a place and your head's kind of floating in space, just readjust until you can get the top of your head to the ground. Then make a choice with your legs. Either point your toes or supta baddha legs. You could flex your ankles. You're doing something on purpose. Eyes stay open, right on one spot. See what you see. You've got 2 more breaths here. Deep inhale, fill all the way. Big exhale. 1 more, fill up. Exhale everything out. Untuck your hands, roll off the side of your block. Come down onto your back and we'll get upside down 1 more time. So you've got waterfall, you've got shoulder stand, there's headstands and handstands, any kind of inversions available for you. And you choose the one that works for you versus, oh, I think this is the one that I should be doing right now, or this person's doing that, so I have to do that. It's what you want to do in your practice. Eyes on one spot, totally focused. So although your breath is contributing to the community as a whole, your practice is for you. Nice, Jarrett. Good control. Headstands and handstands. You've got another breath or two and then child's pose. Take your time. Waterfall shoulder stand. Stay right where you are. Yeah, there's no rush. Shoulder stands to plow. If you're in waterfall and want to take plow, that's there for you. Steady breath. Plow to deaf yogi. Bend your knees, hug them around the sides of your head. I like to keep my hands on my low back to help support so I can really round my spine to the front of the room. And slowly lower down, piece by piece. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Supine twist right. Let your shoulders melt down into the floor. Supine twist left. Heavy bones. Supta Baddha Konasana. Come back to center. Connect the soles of your feet together. Shavasana. You've got a cold eye towel by the upper corner of your mat. Get settled. Let yourself settle. Take a long breath in through your nose. Fill yourself up and up and up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. Plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish up practice together with 3 final ohms. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much taking time out of your Tuesday to come into the studio, to sign in virtually, and make a powerful, sweaty practice happen. Namaste. Good work, everybody. So if you borrowed a mat, you can leave it on the floor because we will take care of spraying that down. Eye towels can go in the laundry baskets that are right outside the studio doors. And if anyone has any questions, let me know. We'll be floating around the studio. Have an awesome rest of your night.